guys, we'll be preparing our chicken to go into the air fryer. You season it with the seasonings of your choice, and I always add baking powder. That's why you see it over there. I add baking powder also in order to kind of make the chicken a little bit more crunchy whenever you put it in the air fryer. And that was just a ranch seasoning that I placed on there. That's optional. You can season your chicken however you like. Say for instance you want to make lemon pepper, garlic parmesan, whatever type of wings you like. And this is what I will be basing my chicken with: the almond flour and coconut flour. I did not measure it, I just poured it in there. And also I'll be adding some Parmesan cheese. And you can also season this mixture if you like, or you can just go with the seasoning that's already on your chicken. Stir it up real good. Make sure it's not too lumpy, that way it'll mix well. And this egg mixture that I'm making right here is just in order for the base to be able to stick onto the chicken, so you would be able to put it in the air fryer and everything not fall off. So this is the reason for that, and it's optional as well. If you don't like this on there, you can also base it in mustard, or you can just put your chicken in there. You might run into some of it falling off, but it's up to you. And you can use either half and half or heavy whipping cream. Half and half is all I had. And this is just showing you how the process goes before I put my chicken in the air fryer. And I always wrap the plate in the air fryer in some parchment paper. That just helps me with the cleaning process. You'll see that I use parchment paper a lot, and that's the reason. There's no cause for it, like you don't necessarily have to. It just helps me with cleaning up afterwards. All right, now these are the ingredients that you'll need for your pizza to make the dough and also the toppings. First, we'll start off by adding the cream cheese. Then we'll add in the eggs, and you can either use the mixer or you can use like a mixing bowl, or however you want to do. You can stir it with your hand and make actual dough, but it just depends on how I'm feeling the way I do it. And also you may or may not want to add more seasoning into the dough than I did. I just added pepper and garlic powder. And once it's prepared, you line the pizza pan with the parchment paper. Then you can add the dough to it. And you don't have to form it as a pizza if you don't want to. You can actually cook it in like a 9x13 pan if you would like. This just made me feel more like I was eating a real pizza. Toss that in the oven for about 10-12 minutes. And now we're going to prepare our spinach dip. The spinach. And then we're going to add our cream cheese. You can buy the off-brand one, you can buy this one. They all taste the same. Gonna add our onions, chopped onions. Purchase them already chopped, or chop them up yourself. Add our cheese. And I will leave the measurements in the comments below. That way you'll already have it together whenever you watch the video, if you would like to actually make this while I'm making it. Supposed to measure that, but I did not, and that was something extra that I added in there. And this was my first time actually adding the rotel tomatoes to my spinach dip, and I probably won't do that again. I didn't really like the way it kind of took away from the taste of the spinach, so I probably won't do that again. Add some extra cheese. Now our pizza is done. You have to let it cool before you actually add the toppings. But once it cools, you can go ahead and add the toppings and start. You actually can prepare something else while it's cooling, but you can go ahead and add the toppings. And I use this marinara just because it's lower in carbs and sugar. You can make your own marinara sauce, or you can buy another marinara sauce. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one, because this one is a little bit more expensive, but it definitely tastes good still. Add as much or as less as you like, and add some cheese on top of the marinara sauce. Or if you're adding like multiple toppings, you can go ahead and add your first topping, then add cheese. It's just basically however you like your pizza to be. If you like it cheesy like I do, then you're probably going to add a couple of layers of cheese. And I actually usually do pepperoni, sausage, and ham, but this time I decided to do veggie and pepperoni. All right, here's how our chicken looks after it comes out of the air fryer. We're gonna toss it in that sauce. There we go. Now let's prepare our chips. Our chips are actually low-carb tortillas that's cut to try to look like chips. And you can also, before you put them in the pan, you can put some seasoning on them if you like, or if you just like them plain like me, then you can just leave them plain. Toss those in the oven for about 10 minutes on 350. And this is how your date night will look.